Hey guys, it's Solid Snack here. Welcome back to some more the original Legend of Zelda. Zelda 1! You know, that one. The one I'm playing. So, this is the first dungeon. There's an infamous trick that if you leave the dungeon and come back, this door will automatically unlock itself. Normally you have to get a key. I consider doing that, but essentially the way it works is that when you leave from the bottom of the dungeon, it kind of thinks that you leave through the top door too because you go into a new area. So it opens it is how I understand it. It's very strange, very weird, and it's one of those things that just is. It's a cool little gimmick, but we already got a key, so it's not that big of a deal. There are tons and tons of nice little Easter eggs and hidden paths in a lot of these dungeons, but this first one's mostly straightforward. Though we want to make things go smoothly, I'm going to be skipping. If I can get by with not using a key or skipping key doors, I will very much do that. And I'm starting off with 2 keys. Honestly, do I want to? It's just a fun thing to do. I really enjoy just saying screw it and I'll do it, but whatever. Right in here we have our first enemy, Stalfos, well, dungeon enemy, and they're pretty simple. They just die in one hit. They're an enemy that we've seen in later Zelda games, though they're more intimidating later Zelda games, or tend to be like a later game enemy. Well, this is a very, very early game enemy. So having bombs in dungeons opens up a lot of shortcuts. Normally, we'd have to go through into that room, and there's a door on the side where we'd have to, well, use a key. But this wall right here is bombable. But there's also a room over here with a bombable wall too, so I'll just only use one of them, and I want to go to this room anyway, so why do both? And here we get the compass, which just shows us where the boss is, which is like, hey, this is your goal. So open that up, and we get a fight. Gorias. They're pretty simple enemies. They just throw boomerangs at you. Oh, that's really nice. And if you kill them, you get the boomerang, which is an amazing weapon. I don't want to use a key, actually, so I, once again, am going to be a stingy boy and use bombs instead. I've gotten pretty lucky with my bomb drops, so it's worth it, honestly. Like, that means there's less I have to do in later dungeons, so if you can use these skips, use them. You know, that's part of the openness of this first Zelda, is that there's so much parts of the dungeon where you can just skip keys. There's some dialogue over here I want to show. So in rooms like this, there's a closed door. So it's either you have to kill all the enemies to open it, or you have to kill all the enemies and then move a certain block. And that's the block you have to move. And this gives us a little bit of word of advice from our friend, the Oldman. Gary Oldman says, Eastmost Peninsula is the secret. Another little thing is if you attack him, he's like, hey, stop that, and he'll make his fire destroy you. You can't kill him, he's just like, don't hit me. And which is a fair point, you know. If someone were to come and smack me on the ass with a sword, I'd probably, have my flames next to me shoot laser balls at them too. Now, you really want to make sure that you go up here. You may say, oh, we got the boomerang, that must be the dungeon item, and the boss is in the other way. And you might think that you can skip this might be extra area with not really much in it, and you would be very, very wrong. Going here is a must to beat the game, so we want to trick these traps into going in and moving it over here. And we can move that block right there. And here we have the bow. And we already have the bow and arrow, so, like, this money path is really, really good. We're very well equipped for this point of the game. I'm likely not to die as much anymore. I'd say the beginning of this game is one of the hardest parts of the game when you're just trying to explore the overworld. This is a very easy dungeon, and honestly, I could very much recommend just doing this dungeon first for a difficulty fit. In terms of difficulty, get yourself an extra heart. While in here, where it's safer, you'll have money to buy bombs, you know. Like, the rooms I skipped, you know, aren't difficult rooms, but I just wanted to save keys. So, just keep that in mind. And once again, these little blob boys are super scary enemies, so they're gonna get me. Yeah, they're pretty cool, and they change colors with the palettes of the dungeon you're in, which is my favorite thing about them. And yep, the bats are back. That's pretty batty. And I don't know if the gory are back. Yeah, they're back, but I won't ignore them. Now, this dungeon, this part sucks a little. Here you have wall masters, so they're coming out of the wall. If they grab you, they take you to the entrance of the dungeon, and so you kind of want to, there's a limited amount of them, so you want to just kind of touch the wall, bring them out, kill them, and just don't get grabbed, because if you get grabbed, you'll have a bad time. And that's all of them. And you hear some roaring in the distance, and that's a cool aspect of this game, is that when you're a room away from a boss, you can hear it roaring, and it kind of amps up, like, I don't know, the level of danger. Like, you really have to appreciate for, you know, being an NES game, all this game does to set tone. And 3 hits with the white sword kills it. You know, that's a tough boss-a-rooney, if you ask me. But we're done. We did it. Congratulations, you're a Zelda expert now. And yeah. We did it, guys. So now we really just have it's pretty much a straight shot to level 2. We actually did most of the stuff on the overworld that is normally out of the way at this point in time. I need to burn a bush. I don't know which one it is. Here. Oh, great. Damn it. That thing's annoying. If I were at full health still, I would have been able to get it. Okay, is it the 4th one? You can get hurt. No, I don't think it hurts you walking near fire, does it? It just stuns you. Stop it. No? Which one is it? Okay, it might be the 3rd one? The 3rd or 4th one? 4th one, I think it is. Yeah, it's the 4th one, I'm pretty sure. Stop being rude. Am I not? Am I dumb? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I think it's the 5th one. I miscounted. Yeah, there we go. And we're pretty bulky, might I say. Oh, I did not mean to go in there. I was still holding down from above. So, we got bulky boy Link with us today, and he's pretty beefy. Not quite as beefy as well, I mean, I guess it's as beefy as I expected. I did route this, so like, I did plan this out, but I didn't quite visually realize like how much of a big boy Link would be going into level 2. Well, here we get a pretty easy time. We need to go a screen down. There's something we need to grab. And for those of you who are very spatially aware or just know this game, we are a screen above the starting screen. So we need to grab some of our bombs, and there's a nice little wall here that we can blow up. which is just a little bit more money. I won't turn it down. And yeah, the boomerang's pretty good. A thing to note, now that I'm thinking about it, about our bow and our arrow, hence our bow and arrow, is that there's not an arrow capacity in this game. Your arrows, using an arrow costs a rupee, and of course the way that I like to imagine that is that you use rupees as arrowheads, because they are kind of like sharp pointed at the end, which that's just a fun little thing to imagine. Another thing, you saw how I only had one Octorok on that screen, and that none of the other ones respawned. If you leave a single enemy on the screen, or all the ones that you've killed don't respawn. So, if you're trying to make it easy for you to run through Hyrule over and over again, just leave one alive. I generally just kind of don't care. Maybe I should. Maybe that would make things easier for me, but it also, it's nice having enemies around so that you can consistently get enemy drops. So we want to go up a screen, left a screen, and then up a screen again, and we'll be at level 2. Now, what's the recording time at? Oh, that was really dumb. Aha. Using the power of my sword, I can be at full health and get more bombs. So what is the recording time at? Is it time to stop, or do we... it's about stopping time. We beat level 1, and we're right in front of level 2. I think that's a good... That's some, pretty good progress. So if you liked what you saw, like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time for some more The Legend of Zelda. Peace out.